All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about how to transform something you're already doing, writing code for your college classes, into the single most powerful asset for your career. We're talking about GitHub and how you can use it to build a digital identity that actually gets you hired. So, let me ask you something. Think about all those hours, maybe even all-nighters you spend on your lab assignments, right? Your operating systems code, your data structures homework. When you're finished, where does all that code end up? If the answer is something like, it's on my laptop somewhere, or even worse, I just sent it on WhatsApp, then you really need to listen up, because this is going to change everything for you. Just look at the difference here. On the one hand, code that's just sitting on your laptop is basically invisible. Recruiters will never see it. It's disorganized, it's temporary, and honestly, it doesn't prove a thing. But if you take that exact same code and put it on GitHub, suddenly it becomes your professional portfolio. It's a permanent record of your skill, and it's solid proof that you can actually build stuff. And this really gets to the heart of it. You know, your certificates, your grades, they're fine. They tell a recruiter what you know in theory. But your GitHub profile, that's what proves what you can actually build. And trust me, in the tech world, building is absolutely everything. Okay, so you might be thinking, GitHub sounds kind of complicated, right? Well, it's really not. To get started, you basically only need to understand 5 essential words. Let's just break them down, nice and simple. First up is a repository, or what everyone calls a repo. Seriously, just think of it as a folder for one of your projects. All the files for, say, your calculator app, they all live together inside one repo. That's it. Simple.
Next, we have a commit. And this is my favorite way to think about it. It's just like a checkpoint in a video game. You've made some progress, you've written some code, so you commit it. You're saving your progress with a little note explaining what you just did. It's a save point for your project.
Then there's something called a branch. Okay, imagine you want to try out a new feature, but you're terrified you're going to mess up the code that's already working. Well, you can create a branch. It's like a totally separate, parallel version of your code. You can go wild and experiment in there, and if it doesn't work out, no problem. The original code is still safe and sound. So what happens when your experiment in that branch is a huge success? Well, that's when you open a pull request, or a PR. This is really the core of how people work together on software. It's basically you raising your hand and saying, hey, I did this cool thing over here. Can you please take a look and merge it into the main project? And finally, we have the README. This is, without a doubt, one of the most important files in your entire repo. It is the very first thing anyone sees. A good README is like the label on a box. It tells people what your project is, why you built it, and how they can use it. Whatever you do, do not skip the README. Okay, so you know the lingo now. Let's put it into action. We're going to go from just knowing the words to actually building your professional identity, a profile that makes recruiters stop scrolling and really pay attention. All right, this slide right here is your checklist. These are the non-negotiables. First, and this is super important, sign up with your college email, not your personal one. Pick a professional username, something like your name, not CoderDude99. Use a clear photo of your face. Write a simple, straight-to-the-point bio. And finally, fill out your location and link to your LinkedIn. This stuff takes 5 minutes, and it instantly makes you look way more professional.
Hey, remember how I said to use your college email? Well, here's the big payoff. We're about to unlock an absolute treasure chest of professional tools. Tools that pro developers pay thousands for every year, and you're about to get it all completely free.
Yep, you're seeing that right. It's called the GitHub Student Developer Pack, and it's a collection of premium software and services worth over 50,000 rupees. We're talking about things like GitHub Copilot, an AI that literally helps you write code, and free cloud services from Microsoft. It is a massive, massive advantage. And getting it couldn't be easier. You just go to the website on the screen, sign in with that college email you just created, and prove you're a student with your college ID. That's it. It is so simple. Now, let's get into what I think is the single most powerful visual on your entire GitHub profile. It's not about some giant flashy project, it's about a small daily habit that tells a huge story about you. It's all about the green graph.
But you might be thinking, what do I even upload? Don't overthink it. You don't need some massive, perfect project to get started. Start today with what you already have. Your lab programs from class, solutions from competitive programming, your DSA practice code, even a simple to-do list app. It all counts. Every single piece of code is another brick in the wall of your portfolio.
So on your profile, you'll see this grid of squares. That's your contribution graph, or the green graph.
Every day that you push some code, a square turns green. And this quote says it all. That visual tells a recruiter more than your resume ever could. It silently screams, this person is consistent, this person is passionate, this person shows up every day.
And just look at how this builds over time. Day 1, it's just one little green square. No big deal. But after about 90 days, you've got a clear pattern. It shows a real, established habit. And by day 180, that graph becomes this powerful story about your dedication to becoming a great developer. Oh, and as you're building up that green graph, do yourself a favor. Write good commit messages. It's such a small detail, but it speaks volumes about your professionalism. Just look at the difference. Updated tells me nothing, but added binary search implementation? Now I know exactly what you did. Be descriptive. It shows you actually care about your work.
So, we've covered the what and the how. Now let's get to the most important part, the why. Let's tie all of this directly to the end goal, which is impressing recruiters and, landing an awesome job.
Okay, this scenario on the screen, this happens every single day. You've got candidate A with a fantastic GPA but no GitHub. And you've got candidate B with a pretty good GPA but a really strong GitHub profile, full of projects and consistent green squares. Who do you think gets the first call? It's candidate B, almost every time. Proof that you can build beats a high score. So what does that perfect 10 out of 10 profile look like? What's the target you should be aiming for? It's this, a complete profile, about 6 really good projects pinned to the top with amazing READMEs, a consistent green graph for at least 90 days, a custom profile README that acts like your landing page, and if you can, at least one contribution to an open source project. That's the goal.
I know, that might sound like a lot, but don't get overwhelmed. Here's a super simple, actionable plan to get you started this week. Today, your only job is to sign up and apply for that student pack. Tomorrow, create your very first repo and upload some code. See? We're breaking it down into small, easy wins. You can totally do this.
And that really brings us to the final thought. The students who land the best jobs and internships, they aren't always the ones with the highest grades. They're the ones who consistently showed up one commit at a time. So, the real question is, if you start doing this today, what story is your GitHub profile going to tell 6 months from now? That story starts with just one green square. Go build it.